at 12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California at Undercity Comics. Keep It Up with the Nerds presents issue 203. My name is Bryan.
Nick. Rene.
And welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Nerds. 3 issues in so far into year 4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome our new subscribers. And if you have not subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, or you're listening to the audio version of this podcast,
I understand.
No, you don't.
I totally commit. It's a big commitment, guys.
No.
It's a big commitment.
Rene?
You know what? You should think about it, but when you get around there, you're not going to regret it.
No. How about tell them that they can hop on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe?
Why are you pushing them? Why are you pressuring them, man?
Because why not? We're at 245 subs. I think we would really love it if they jumped on over and got us to 500.
But I'm going to ease it on in.
Okay, so how would you ease them into the YouTube?
Just, you see it, click it. If you don't click it, that's fine too. But just like and watch.
Babushka over here. Can you?
Babushka.
Dude, I feel great. Like, it's hot in the studio. Whatever.
You guys, really quick.
Bro, this is...
If you're hearing background noises, it's fans in here. It's because the AC broke down.
So I brought my this is my Disney outfit.
This is your Disney outfit.
If you don't see me at Disneyland, it's because I look like a babushka. Like I just popped over to the village. Like I look like I should be carrying. I feel like I should be carrying pails of milk. Just.
Would you like to meet my granddaughter?
Yeah, I have that.
She could much use a husband.
I just need that. I have that milkmaid kind of outfit, Just
Do you want to keep going?
I mean, if I was wearing it, I would.
You want to wear it?
No.
You can put it on. Dude,
maybe,
it feels so nice.
Maybe for a skit.
Bro, it feels so...
Maybe for a skit. No,
I'm not going to lie, dude. 100%. I was doing it just as a bit. But now that it's on my head, it's not coming off.
This is the thing.
Mm-hmm. It's really not coming off.
Actually, I forgot to even see what's your hair progress like right now.
Huh?
What's your hair progress like? You have hair.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot of hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
It does grow back fast.
I told you, my hair grows back really fast.
I don't think that you make decisions in your head as like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And then it turns out to be something else. I just think that there's intentions.
I'm chaos incarnate. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
You would never understand me.
I don't want to. I think it's a headache. You're like that.
Monica loves me.
Yes, I know.
Crazy,
well, obviously,
right?
dude. I hope so.
It's crazy.
She's dating
right?
you.
Yeah, man. She has to. Hold on. You have to put up with me like once a week.
Maybe twice, 3
Yeah.
times. This week I dealt with you 3 times this week. Bryan. I don't know. Bryan,
no.
I need help with the timeline on Premiere.
No.
Bryan.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Dang.
Bryan didn't put all of the files inside of the thing.
Didn't.
And so like I had to call him and go like, "Hey, I need you to like upload these files because it's not showing up on the timeline."
Dude,
and he was like,
wanted me to upload all the files that were missing on the timeline.
Hey,
I'm
man.
Like, just tell me which ones are missing on the actual timeline.
Because at first I didn't realize that it was all footage.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was all footage. And then like I started reading all of it and I'm like, movie I'm like 64 through 85. What in the world was on here?
He was laughing because like the entire time I asked you the same question like 3 times. Like, what file is this? And you're just like, oh, hang on. And I'll be waiting there for like 2 minutes.
Because I was trying to link. I was trying to link files and then like look for it, and then I was like, because I went, oh, I don't want to tell him a file that is here, and then him then go like, I know for a fact I put it on the drive. Yeah. And then you giving me this attitude. So
what attitude? This is an attitude. I think
immediately. No. But yeah. So I was
dying in bed, dude.
Were you sick?
I was sick when you called me on Monday.
I was just getting over being sick. Yeah. I'm still. I think my voice is barely coming back.
Yeah, I can hear a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it's back. It's back a little bit, but it's not. I mean, it's not at 100%.
Yeah.
There was when I was trying to talk to my students, that was bad, because like you ever tried to, when you can project a lot, and then you try to project and all you get is air.
Yeah.
You're just like I was like trying to get kids under control, and it was not working. It was not working.
We get it.
I'm trying to mask the fan sounds. Okay.
I'm trying to match the tone of the fans so people don't complain about it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be that one person. One person's like, "Oh, you guys need to fix your audio."
Oh yeah.
I know who
we
that
know
guy
who you
is.
are. Drop it already.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Oh my god, dude.
We can always shiv him.
No.
We could shiv him.
No.
Anyways,
we're not those
Shiva.
people.
if you guys haven't paid attention on the channel yet, we are uploading the Whittier Comic Fest videos.
Hey!
Shocked, so am I. You know, Brian's doing it, man. Yeah.
Why are
good
you gonna
job.
be such a jerk?
I'm just saying, they're up.
They're coming up.
I think it did help that I was editing everything else.
It
this
did.
week.
Well, the whole point, the reason I didn't upload them earlier last week was because I got sick and I was just
Yeah.
like, I couldn't do it. I was,
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and then
They're
I
up
was.
now.
Oh, I thought it was.
Can I get to the freaking point without
well,
you going
Get
like,
there,
yeah,
man. Come on, you're not
well,
quick enough.
listen, I just thought you were having the same problem that a lot of editors are having,
What?
where they just can't. They have to finish before they finish.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
That
Oh, we're talking about Pokemon?
yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah, no,
That they-
that's a separate. Ugh, no. No.
You didn't hear about that?
No,
So-
I'm not
Po-
into Pokemon.
So
Pokemon.
so Pokemon had talked about it where apparently she asked one of her editors why all of her videos kept coming in like weeks late.
Oh.
And then he admitted to her of he was editing, but he was like so into her that he would have to like stop and like pleasure himself and then get back to editing, and he just couldn't stop. So every single time he would start, he would have to finish himself, and then he would go back, and then he'd be editing again, and he's like, "Oh dang, I gotta do it again." And like that's just a thing.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Oh no.
Oh no,
I
look at her!
just can't do it.
Look at her play!
Is it right?
Look
You're
at her
too
play Smite!
distracting, okay? Like-
Oh god, look! She's pushing keys. She's pushing keys.
Look, I will say that does suck. Like, no, all jokes aside, that does suck.
Yeah,
That's
no,
weird.
That's
It is
weird.
so
very,
weird.
very weird. And it's kind of interesting how they tried to look. I'm
You
not.
should dock him some pay after that.
Oh my god.
No, fire him! Why am I
No,
why is he staying on? Yeah, like, why would you-
She paid him
What he-
for
what the work he did.
The work he did.
and then they got
Moved
their
on to
separate
a new
ways.
editor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then
But it's so.
Then
fun-
she got a
Look, I will shame
female
poking.
editor.
There's
Yeah.
a
No,
there's-
well, probably
it's so funny though because there was a couple of other like streamers where he called his editor live and he's like, "Hey man, you're like 3 months late on my video. Stop jerking it. Like you got to stop." And he's just like, "I'm sorry, man. You're just so cute." Like, he's like, "Get it together. We have work to do."
Right?
I will shame Pokemon for other decisions she's done,
Yeah.
like her.
This isn't on her.
tweets.
I'm not.
It's not on her.
It wasn't on
and
her.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. But like this,
I'm not making fun of her.
I
I'm
love
making
how
fun of the
people
guy.
were trying to shame her for like talking about this, going just like, why would you like blast him out on the internet? I'm like,
I'm sorry,
dude.
but did she name him?
No,
No.
she didn't
Yeah,
name him.
Then it's perfectly
And
fine.
second of all, like
It wasn't like she was like
obviously
James Dixon.
if,
Yeah.
Couldn't stop
obviously,
whacking it.
If like,
James Jurgens. Like,
Jerkins Birkins like over here.
I mean, if you're working with someone professionally, you want to make sure
Yeah.
that they're keeping themselves
Plus-
professional.
plus, why would you admit to that?
That's the bigger thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the weirder thing. Why, as an editor, would you? I say anything, man.
Yeah.
I broke my fingers.
Yeah.
You know,
like anything.
I cut my thumb.
I cut my. It like really hurts.
Yeah.
I have lime all over my keyboard, and
Yeah.
every single time I try to edit,
My hands are chafing,
stings.
you know?
You
Like-
know, I think it's
I'm
this
chafing.
whole
Him, he
aspect
should
of
be
like
chafing.
maybe if I like revealed to her what I was doing, that maybe he would have a chance.
And
Maybe
that's like
he-
stalker mentality.
yeah,
That
that
is
is that's
stalker
really
mentality.
weird. That is
Yeah.
really, would you like to try some?
Yeah, you know what? It's an open one.
It's
Let me
so
try it.
good.
It's a new one, so let's
it's-
try it out. You said that this is the best flavor Dr.
Bro,
Pepper's
it's
ever
so
released.
good.
Okay, you're hyping
Okay,
it too
so-
much. I like it though.
I
It's
like
Okay,
it.
so
It's
this is
good.
Dr. Pepper creamy coconut that
Creamy
you've been
coconut.
drinking for the past like 3 to 4 weeks.
Dude, I have a case of it at home.
Bottles or cans?
Cans.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Better be good.
It's good.
Yeah. It's good.
It's surprisingly good, huh?
So that's weird.
Is
That's
it
a good
weird
one.
or good?
So
You don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Want to try
It's
some?
good. I think it needs to be colder.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it's
It
been
needs
sitting
to be
here for
colder.
it's been sitting here for a
Okay.
little bit.
The only reason why is because when I first tried it, when I get that coconut, artificial coconut taste, I think of lotion,
Yeah. No, it's fair.
and that threw me off for a little
Okay.
bit.
No, but I do
I don't-
feel like it might need to be colder.
I do like coconut.
Yeah.
So apparently in Utah they do this with their Dr. Peppers. They put they
Coconut creamer.
They get coconut creamer from coffee creamer.
Utah.
Land
Land
Utah.
of the Mormons.
And they basically pour that into their
Dr.
Dr. Pepper and then squeeze and
Squeeze the
lime
lime.
juice.
Are Mormons that bored that
They
they,
call
have
it
to
a dirty
do
soda.
Yeah, they call it a dirty soda. And then, but it, no,
dirty soda?
but it started
Why
spreading
dirty
around. People started doing it.
Yeah.
That's why. That's how Dr. Pepper picked it up.
What was the one thing that you sent me that I'm just like, kill yourself? It was a Dr. Pepper pickle juice thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard that was pretty good too. I want to try
No,
it.
no, you pissed me off when you sent me that.
Good.
I was so close to just going like, no, don't send me any more reels. We're done. We're cutting ties.
Yeah.
Why did
Why?
that make you laugh?
He said, because I just feel like that's really random. Because he said that to me, and then I
No, I
messaged
just
him
got
back, going
really
like,
offended.
"Bro, we need to try
I
it."
know.
I got really
I got
offended.
2 different reactions.
He got 2 different
one
spectrums.
hot, one cold.
Yeah.
You send me anything else.
He got
but, like,
he got a like a legit answer and a answer on the spectrum. Like Jesus Christ!
I was just like,
My
I couldn't do it,
God,
dude.
Yeah.
my
Where's ring
God,
I was like, what the heck?
that's
dude?
such an extreme response of just like we
So-
can't be friends anymore.
Okay, so
This is, why did you stop being friends? You sent me, freaking
He likes to drink Dr Pepper with pickles.
pickle juice.
Yeah.
A monster.
you've never drank pickle juice straight off?
Oh, I have. I
Okay.
love.
Yeah, dude, pickle
what
juice
is
is dope.
picklebacks.
Oh, picklebacks are. Oh my
They're so
God,
good. Yeah, I'll
Dude.
do that. But Dr Pepper and pickle juice, like, why?
it's the same thing though.
It's not the same thing.
You're just adding
Yeah,
an extra flavor.
You're just
No.
you're adding a little sweetness to it.
23 different flavors. No, I'm good.
You're adding a little sweetness. That's
Nope.
it. You're weird.
Nope. I refuse to believe that.
No,
that's
because
good.
I feel like, but also because I told it to Monica the same thing, and Monica doesn't like the sweet and savory kind of thing, like a little sour, like sour with like that sweetness. She doesn't like that flavor in her
What
mouth.
about sweet and spicy?
Sweet and spicy, she's good with.
Okay.
Yeah, because we picked up pickles from the farmers market and they were sweet and spicy.
from the farmer's market or the night market?
The night market right here.
What are they called? It's the Korean inspired pickles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good.
Dude, so I was telling him because we went for the Mexican night, the lucha night.
Yeah.
And we were walking down, and then I went, "All right, Monica, we're like, what do you want? Like, like which one should we get?" And she goes, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Well, which one do you want?" And she's like, "What do you mean? Like, we're getting all of them?" Look, he said there was
Why
a deal.
one?
Oh, in a pickle, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I think it is in a pickle.
Oh, in a
But
pickle.
Oh my god.
but she was
I gotta
like,
try
he
that.
said it was a deal. Like, I could get all 3 for 40. And I'm like,
for 20.
I think it was, it was like all
25.
it was like all 3 were like 25. And she goes, "That's a steal." I'm
Yeah.
like,
So basically,
Okay.
it's dude.
It's good, though.
One of the owners knows us so well. They haven't been there at the night market for like 2-3 months, and then we stopped by like 2 weeks ago, and she was just like, "Oh, hey guys, how's it going?" And we're like, "You still remember us?" She's like, "Yeah, you guys have brought in so many people because you keep recommending our pickles to like people, and they keep talking."
you know what?
guys are
Honestly,
people."
if we can get them as a sponsor, I'd be in.
Right?
Totally down for that,
Dude, I'd be, because I would
I
eat
still
those.
have a couple pickles at home.
Dude, I would eat those on the podcast. Like, those things are so good.
They're like not
so bomb.
pickled pickles, so they still have a bit of a crunch.
He likes pickles, though.
Yeah,
pickles,
and no, they're not pickled, like pickled all the way through. They're like
They're semi-pickled.
Exactly.
Oh,
And so
okay.
you still get that like fresh crunch, and the
That
juice
cucumber
is a
bite.
mix. Yeah, and the pickle juice that's in there, it's a mixture of like a bunch of other stuff, and they even have like
Does it
Korean
have
inspired
like
blends.
does it have like real dill? in
Yeah.
the pickle juice? Oh, I love this. Okay.
And they have like chopped up garlic. And then there's one where they have like chopped up kimchi inside of like the pickle juice. It's so bomb. And then they make their own kimchi as well.
Andy and I
And they also have their own
their
radishes.
kimchi is vegan,
Yeah, it's vegan kimchi.
and I tried it out
Wait,
because
kimchi.
Kimchi-
Not
no fish sauce,
Ah.
and they use a vegan fish sauce.
But then they had what was it? The brine, just on tap, like just on
Oh,
tap.
you just
So
like-
just because the guy was like, "Yeah, why don't you like if you guys want try the brine," and I'm like, "All right, cool, I'm down." And then I went,
Should I put them in the description?
"Bro, yes,"
Yes.
because honestly I went, and it just kept going, and then Monica's like, "You're gonna drink all their brine," and I'm like,
no, I'm trying.
I'm
to-
like,
Tap's broken. That's why.
No, I thought it was
trying.
so funny too because I'm like, "Oh, do you sell this?" And he's like, "No, I don't. Like, we don't have a bottle of it right now." And I go, "There you go, sir." I would buy it, but he doesn't
I'm
have
trying
any
to
right
convince
now.
the owners to get a shop in Whittier.
They're so good.
They asked
So
like, oh,
good.
do you? Because I told them it's like I grew up here. I know Uptown. Like, do you recommend like an area around here? I'm like, honestly, small businesses would do really well here. If you're interested, I would highly recommend.
Dude, the one right next to Undercity would have been sick. That small little area, that would have been perfect for them. The one with the Forever Jewelry now.
I'm gonna try to. I'll talk to them again. I'll talk to them again.
If you know them, down, because I love their material. I got
Their material, their
Dude,
I love
food.
their product.
dude, their product is
good.
because I got their pickles the other
Imagine
day.
if they become our first sponsor.
Dude, I got their pickles the other day and I chopped them up and then I put them in tuna.
Our deal is we have to have.
That
a
was
set
bomb, dude. I
of
made a-
pickles every episode.
Me and Monica had what was
just
it?
eat 'em.
We did tuna
My
tuna
cholesterol
patty
might go
melts.
up, but that's fine.
We did tuna patty melts, and I chopped up those dills with some celery and like everything
So-
else, dude. And I put a little bit of that pickle juice inside of it.
Andy and I made chicken
So
wraps with
good.
those pickles. We
So good.
we did fried chicken, and then we put in some lettuce, red bell pepper, a mixture of mayo.
Welcome to the
sriracha,
Pickle
and honey,
Podcast.
Right?
Just
and a couple slices of those pickles. Bomb.
What's
Dude,
what,
so good.
What mayo do you use?
Best foods.
Really?
oh,
I use Kewpie mayo.
So
I
do
can't
I.
go back to using normal
Yeah.
mayo.
I
Right?
use Kewpie mayo.
Kewpie mayo is good.
What's Kewpie mayo?
It's Japanese.
It's the Japanese mayo, the one that comes in that.
soft,
I would
soft.
totally get that if it wasn't expensive.
Well, I mean,
It lasts a little while.
It's like $8 if you use it for your day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
It'll last me a good month.
Yeah.
But I have been using it heavily more because I've just been wanting to just eat it.
You know what? You know which one I really want to try though?
Yeah.
I want to try the Japanese egg sandwiches I've been seeing, where it's just Kewpie mayo.
Oh, you
the-
know how they
the
do
egg
that?
yolk, salt, pepper.
You have to separate the egg whites
Yeah.
and the egg yolk.
Yeah, I know.
That's a hard thing to do.
It is.
No, you boil you
Okay,
hot
you
hot
cook
boil
for a
them.
living. You can't shake your head, Sean.
Also, separating the egg whites and the whites is not that hard. You
When
just
you boil the egg,
yeah, it's not that difficult. What are you doing?
it's just work.
Cut the egg in half and scoop out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, just scoop it out. What are you talking about?
That's not hard.
Have you never made deviled eggs?
Yeah, I have.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Manny makes good deviled eggs.
Does she really?
Oh man, I make bomb deviled eggs.
We should have a deviled egg.
The only
Dude,
reason I
we're
say
having
it's
a
hard
deviled
is
egg
because
off.
when I'm cooking, I like spending time in the kitchen. It's like my domain.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that's like hard for me is like if I spend more than like an hour doing something. It's not difficult by any means. It's just it's time consuming. That's all it is.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That's all it is. Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense than hard.
I just say it's hard because like
When I think of hard though, I think of it as like it's difficult to do.
see that's the problem because okay Andy doesn't know how to cook, so for her, 15 minutes in the kitchen is like a lifetime.
Is a cereal bowl on fire or what?
Because
Just
the
like-
toaster breaks. No, she
Toast
does-
is-
she
toast
knows
is
how to
soggy?
cook. The toast gets. Put
I
on
don't
the
know what I
plate.
did.
She puts the toast on a plate, just
Yeah.
blows up. No, if she
Like Spencer from iCarly. Everything he fixes just goes on fire.
Because
No, so-
Monica was telling me the other day because I made her ramen.
Uh-huh.
I made her like some ramen, and then I was like, "Do you want an egg?" She goes, "Yeah, I want an egg." So I cracked it and I did the egg real quick, and I put the lid on top so that way it steamed it
Yeah.
and everything else, and then like I put a little bit of like the sesame seed and everything. And then I got it and I put it on top, and she was like, "How did you do that? Like my eggs always turn out terrible." And I'm like, "It's not that difficult."
it isn't.
It isn't.
But again, it's like if
Super
she
easy.
spends more than 15 minutes doing something in the kitchen, it's difficult for her. So I usually have to. Step
Monica's
away.
really good at baking. Monica is really, really good at baking. I also do not have patience for baking.
Oh. My mom was a baker, so she kind of implemented that onto me.
Sorry, you a baker.
What?
I'm a baker, but
Yeah?
then my dad taught me how to cook dinner as well too.
Are we gonna have a bake off?
I'm down to have a bake off.
Can we have a cookie off? Let's make
I can make
cookies.
cake.
Can we make
Why are
cookies?
you looking at me?
Because I mean, your cookies are pretty damn fire.
Oh, I made him apple pie inspired cookies and a banana chocolate cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were pretty good.
yeah. So yeah,
Not bad.
we'll talk about it. Anyways, enough food talk. Let's go ahead and jump into.
Who
the
else
news.
is hungry?
Yeah.
Right?
Like seriously,
I seriously want to get food after this.
Like,
I'm
who else is
I'm really
hungry?
hungry. Like,
Just get Kewpie mayo. Just Kewpie mayo.
I'm good, man. I'm happy. Like,
no, I'm full.
No,
I'm
but
happy
we've
you
got
squirt
a
some white stuff in my
pretty,
mouth, yeah.
pretty hefty show for you guys today. We're going to be talking some comic strips. We'll also be talking about some Acolyte because, hey, Nick, it's we've been on the train since episode 1.
yeah. And plus,
But-
you guys like it.
Do they? No, no. Not everyone likes it because Nick and I were on board. We were on the same team for once.
Yes.
Yeah, where it felt really weird. Where like me and Brian both watched the first episode and like we kind of looked at each other and I went, "I like it," and,
It's
went,
good.
and then he went, "It's good, I like it." And I was like, "Are we on the same team?"
And then people hated it, and we're like, we're fighting.
Yeah,
We're
like-
fighting just a bunch of people who just didn't know what they're talking about.
Dude, I felt like being at the top of the hill on Mortal Kombat and just like punching people down on the mountain.
You get the left, I get the right. Go, go.
Like they're all wrong. They're all wrong.
And all of a sudden, eepisode 5 comes out.
And then all you see is
Everyone's
like,
right.
"Oh, I've been on board since the beginning, guys."
No, you
Oh
haven't.
my god. Yeah.
Guys, I had faith in this show. Everybody else is like, "Oh, bro, it's so good."
You know what? It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, this. You know what? It's pretty. I get it.
We'll talk some Acolyte. We'll talk episode 5, and
That's
then
so funny.
We'll talk more Marvel stuff some Marvel news that did come out. But with that said, Comic Strips, the portion of the show where we talk about topics that don't merit a 10 to 15 minute conversation. This time around, I don't have the notes in front of me because the man in the chair, Sean.
Comic strips.
Will be talking about comic
I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna make it my ringtone. I'm gonna make this.
little ASMR for our fans.
This is not a good ASMR.
It's not.
It's a tear.
The heat. I blame the heat.
I blame the
Yeah.
dude. I feel
We're delirious.
They talked about food,
I've been in this
and now I can't.
hot store since 11 a.m.
Listen, I'm not
11
gonna,
a.m.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's 9:52 p.m.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel amazing. I feel really good with
That's
this.
great.
Yes.
But
I
as
look
he
dumb.
told
I
me-
look dumb,
Since Wednesday, guys.
but I feel good.
Since Wednesday.
Visit him at the store on Sunday.
Oh God.
Yeah, everybody should come into the store.
Oh God.
Fill the store, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? Don't shower. Just come on in.
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
He needs
Sean,
company.
Go ahead and start off some
All
conversation.
right.
What do you want to start off with?
Well, let's start off with a pretty interesting one. Capcom announces DRDR, which that actually stands for Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster.
I didn't write it that way, did I?
No, but that is how the trailer actually presented itself.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the trailer and I was super hyped for that.
Wait, DDR?
Yeah.
I thought it was Dance Dance Revolution.
I thought,
for a
I
second.
thought
I did
immediately
not
it was
write
like
that.
immediately I went, oh well, it's Dance Dance Revolution.
No,
That doesn't make sense.
DRDR. Which is
Revolution.
Dance. Let the revolution go. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. No confirmed release date on when it's going to come out yet. It might be coming to Xbox Pass maybe soon.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered.
It's really dumb.
Is that all? Was that necessary?
No.
Yes.
No, it's
Really?
You could have literally just put Dead Rising.
It's
Director's
Capcom.
Cut.
I mean, they're pretty kooky.
You could have just
That's
made
true.
Director's Cut. You
They
just called it
also,
that.
this is the
think-
second remaster because
Yeah.
they released one in 2016.
Was that what they called the
2016?
Director's Cut?
And how
Oh, I
many?
think so.
Well, and plus, what iteration of
It was a collector's
of an-
edition.
of a remake have they done already? Have not done? That's
They've
good.
done Dead Rising 1, 2, 3, and
They've
4.
also done all
I
the
don't
most
think
of the
they've done
Resident
They
Evil.
went
four.
for just 3.
Yeah.
They're also
I don't
doing
think they did
they've
four.
done most of the Resident Evil, and then now they're doing a Silent Hill remake.
Yeah, which
That's,
I'm actually excited for.
Silent
The Silent
Hill's-
Hill one, I'm actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silent Hill's not Capcom.
Is it? I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
is.
was.
I thought it was
It's Cap-
Konami.
Oh,
is it Konami?
Yeah.
Let's take
you
a
know
quick.
what?
Yeah,
thought it
man
was
behind the
Capcom.
chair. Do your job.
I thought.
I thought it was Capcom.
It's Konami. Anyway, Dead Rising. It's great.
Never played the game, so.
I think it's interesting.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It was cool in 2005. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's Konami.
It's Konami.
Silent Hill's
Okay.
Konami. Yep.
but okay. In all fairness, Dead Rising is. It was like one of the first open world kind of like
I
games
remember
in
a
a mall.
chainsaw kind of
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
I think
it
what
was-
got people really invested in it was a early 2000s release with like
Yeah.
consequences if you didn't finish on
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
because it was like a timer that you needed to do
Yeah, there was
certain
an
things.
in-game
Immediately
timer.
turned up.
Yeah.
It was during like the zombie craze too.
More like
Yeah.
playing
You know,
Majora's
the
Mask.
hype.
Like,
If I wanted a timer, I'd just play Majora's
I
Mask.
would just play Majora's Mask if that's the case.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next piece?
Ooh, this is a good one. Capcom reveals Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting
I saw-
Collection
No,
Arcade Classic.
That
That's
was
right.
dope.
Through
That's
Nintendo
right, we're
Direct.
back, baby. We back.
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
I don't care.
Take you for a ride.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care. I didn't care.
That's all we can sing.
I really didn't care.
You
fine.
didn't care?
So great, dude.
That's fine.
You know
That's
why? You know why?
good. Why?
Give me a third one.
Because you're terrible
No,
at
just
it?
give,
Does
just
it
give
have
me.
a
You need a
third
third
one?
one.
No,
There
I
is
mean like
MVC
just
3
no.
and
I mean like
MVC Infinite.
just give me a new game.
A new,
Oh,
I don't
you-
want to.
you
I don't want to
No,
remaster.
because no,
give me a
because
new game.
That's what they did. They gave us MVC3. MVC3 sucked. Then they gave us MVC3 Ultimate, and that one sucked. And
Yeah,
they
that
said,
one
you
was-
know
those
what?
two were
We're
really
going to
bad,
do
yeah.
MVC Infinite, but without the X-Men, and it didn't work.
No.
So then it doesn't make sense. Just give us MVC1.
Give us what worked.
MVC2 and the X-Men games.
I'm
and
sorry
X-Men
that you don't know how to make a
Street
game, so we
Is
just
it-
go
It's
back to
Capcom.
what works.
Wait,
of
so-
course they don't know how to make good games now, dude. they
So-
remaster everything.
Yeah.
It's a remaster though, right?
It's so
It's-
they're
it's a-
just porting.
Yeah.
According to some rumors, they're porting the arcade version, not the Dreamcast version.
Okay.
So it's the good version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It will include the original Capcom fighters, starting with the X-Men, Children of Atom, all the way to MVC2.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't care.
It will be released, let's see, for
Cannot wait.
PS4, PC, Switch. No crossplay plan for the game just yet, but we'll see if that'll eventually be.
That'll probably change later on.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
don't
has
think
local.
Capcom-
It has local play.
It doesn't
is
matter
cool.
because if you're playing it on the Switch, it's gonna lag anyway.
That's
Yeah.
true.
See, that's
Well,
the thing is that
no, I don't. I think they might have mentioned the frame rate. If
No,
it's
on
they're
online fighting, no matter what, always has lag.
Yeah, I
So
remember
what
that for
pissed me
Smash.
off,
Yeah, always has lag.
and this kind of like it
Mortal
upset me a
Kombat.
little bit.
Huh?
This is what upset me a little bit.
What happened?
That they decided to reveal this news at a Nintendo Direct rather than a massive fighting tournament like Evo,
Yeah.
which is only a couple months away. So the fact that like it came out on the Direct, people were just gonna say like I think the way it was revealed is like let us take you for a ride, and people were like.
No one was expecting that.
NBC2?
No,
Like, no
no
one.
one.
No
Everyone was caught off guard. The people who were covering it and live streaming, they were all shocked, and I loved their like reaction.
Yeah, they're all like, "Let's go!"
I'm not
Did
gonna
you
lie.
play
I just
MVC2?
What?
Did you play MVC2?
Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Sega Dreamcast.
I'm just meh about anything that's coming out of Nintendo. Like
It's
anything.
coming out
That's
of
fair.
other platforms.
I understand that, but like anything that was coming out of like Nintendo, I just couldn't care. One of the guys at work literally goes, "Are you ready for Nintendo Direct?" I'm like, it's gonna be like a new Metroid.
I didn't care about the Nintendo Direct. The Nintendo
always-
Direct didn't make
Actually,
any
funny
sense.
enough,
Huh?
we got Metroid 4
Yeah,
coming out now.
I know.
So,
So the
That
game
was why-
announced like 4 years ago.
who knows if it's
Yeah.
gonna be on the new Switch?
It's
like
not.
a new hardware because
don't-
it does look pretty clean for what they showed.
You know what? In all fairness, if it has new hardware, that's cool. I don't care. Their hardware is so.
It's dated.
But
It's
this
so
piece of
dated.
news is
Yeah.
not about the Nintendo Direct. It's about Marvel versus Capcom, one of the greatest fighting franchises of all time.
Yeah.
I guess we could say
Okay.
we're most of us are
top
excited
three.
for it.
Top
Yeah.
three for me.
3 out of 4 people.
It's whatever.
Here.
Like 9 out of 10 dentists approve, and he's
Yeah,
the one
exactly.
dentist
He's
that
the
doesn't.
one that's just like, nope, Colgate sucks.
That it
I'd
eats your
much rather use
I
this
use
off-brand.
It eats your teeth. It eats your teeth. I didn't take the bribe. I didn't take the bribe.
Hey, when they say MVC, I say Killer Instinct,
It's
dead or
'cause-
alive.
It's because I'm a man of honor. That's why I didn't take that bribe.
God, dude.
Sellouts.
All right.
Next, we have a live-action Street Fighter movie now has an official release date, and that's going to be March 20th, 2000.
Is Van Damme gonna be in it?
I don't know.
Then I'm not interested. If Van Damme's not coming back, I don't care.
Who played Benson, but he's dead now?
The guy that played Gomez.
Yeah, what's
Yes.
his name? Raul.
Raul Vega or something like that, or
Yeah.
I wonder who they'll cast as his character.
Well, I mean, we
Vi-
don't even know if it's going to be like tied into the Street Fighter lore
Vi-
because I mean, we did the Chun-Li movie like 2000.
I'm not gonna lie. Give me Vincent D'Onofrio
Ooh.
as
Was it
Bison.
Bison.
And Bison.
You know what? No.
Yes.
He needs to lose some weight.
Yeah,
Jack
he
Reacher.
needs
Have the guy
to-
who plays Jack
he's-
Reacher.
He,
He could be. Guile.
Oh,
the
what's
guy
his
that
name?
plays Thad.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Thad?
He could play Guile.
I can see him more as Guile.
Yeah, there you
yeah.
But-
In all
but-
fair-
But Guile's very like limber and lean. This
I'm
guy's
not-
just like
D-
big
No,
and
no, but
burly.
he's fast.
You know what? Give
Yeah.
me Sylvester Stallone
as who?
as Bison. Let's go.
You know what? That's not crazy.
That's not crazy.
That isn't. Hold on. That's you laugh. That is not a
No,
crazy idea.
because here's-
That is
here's
not
the
a
reason.
crazy idea.
It would have been stupid if Street Fighter V was still around. But Street Fighter 6, they brought in M. Bison as an older person.
Yes.
So it makes sense if
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone was him now.
Absolutely, I know.
All right, Guile.
I didn't just say his name out of nowhere. I knew what I was talking about.
Nick, you just said that you don't know how your brain works. Obviously, you just say names sometimes and hope it sticks. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it's not my
I
fault.
mean, this time it
it's
worked.
It's a vault.
This time it works.
Listen, it's a vault.
It
Okay, I
worked.
don't know how
worked.
it works.
Who do we get as Chun-Li?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
I was literally thinking that just to say it.
Who would she?
What about if Vincent D'Onofrio got super buff? Zangief.
Oh, I can see him as Zangief. That'd be pretty
Who'd be
sick.
Blanca?
Blanca.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's it.
They even give him some red hair.
It just shocks everybody. Dude, he can play anything.
Who'd be?
You know what? The actor, again, Thad, the actor that plays
Yeah.
Jack Reacher,
Yeah.
have him be Ken.
He would do a great
He'd be
Ken,
good,
actually.
He'd be a really
Yeah.
good Ken.
Yeah.
I can see him being a
Ryan?
Ken.
Uh,
The dude who played Dick Grayson.
Tom Cruise.
No, the guy who played Dick Grayson in Titans.
I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
I feel like you would have to cast someone from Cobra Kai.
Ooh.
Yeah, you would have to.
Yeah.
Hawk.
As who?
Give me Hawk as Ken.
No, give me Hawk as what's his with the claw, the claw and the mask.
Vega.
Vega. I
Yeah.
think he would be a great
It's
Vega.
not
I can
bad.
see that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick you.
Kick me.
So I'm trying to get
Next.
comfortable.
Well, we're gonna move on because we also have some Mortal Kombat news as well.
Oh.
That Mortal Kombat 2 has an official test screening. So as of now, it's a gore fest with plenty of fights, and looks like it's going to be focusing around Luke Cage and Katana,
Okay.
which I'm actually down for that.
Which is Luke Cage is confirmed to be played by
Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban.
Yeah. I did not like the main character for the first one. Didn't know who he was. Wasn't invested in his
He
character.
literally
You know-
had plot armor.
You know, yeah.
Seriously.
You know what's really funny though, because that one felt like it was a created character.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like you were playing Mortal Kombat, and then
The
you got
conquest mode.
You ever
Then
played
you got
Mortal
you
Kombat
made
10?
your own character, and then you could pick who he was trained by.
Yeah.
And then they gave you like a random ability, and you're like, okay, cool.
You play
and you go
Mortal
through
Kombat
it.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember the kids?
The
One of
kids.
them was I forget if he was trained by the Shirai Ryu.
Uh-huh.
He was the kid with the orange band, and he had the
Right.
whip.
Oh yeah, Scorpion's son.
Was it Scorpions?
Yeah, I think that was Takashi's.
I thought
son,
I thought it was alleged that he was Takashi's son, but
Yeah.
that wasn't
like
said.
that.
It
Anyways,
wasn't said.
that's what that's the character that reminded me of that character in Mortal Kombat movie,
Mhm.
where it was just kind of like you're only relevant because they're trying to force you to be relevant.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. But if this movie,
I have no attachment to this character. If he dies, I don't care.
Yeah.
in that note that I said that Luke Cage seems to be okay, but Carl Urban is a little too old to play the part. And you
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah.
And then Katana seems to be the much more spotlit character in this movie.
Well, you can see it in the boys. Like you can see Carl Urban is getting older.
Yeah.
You can, because even his beard is it's getting white. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting he's getting a nice little salt and pepper, but
See, the thing is I'm okay with an older Luke Cage in this movie. If he has a couple fight scenes, I'm perfect.
You know what? But in all fairness,
prime Luke Cage.
no. But you know what? In all fairness, an older Luke Cage does make sense for Luke Cage's backstory.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be a famous movie action star
He's just
that is
bored.
washed up
Yeah.
and trying to make it back onto
No,
onto the scene.
He was bored.
But he was still washed out.
Yeah.
That's like part of his backstory is that like everybody was saying that, oh, he doesn't do his own stunts,
Yes. Uh-huh.
everything else, and like a couple of his movies had flopped, and he was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna join the tournament so that way I can like become the next big thing.
It'll just be interesting to see
Makes sense.
Carl Urban play Luke Cage because what's his name from Community?
Which one?
Joe
Danny
McHale?
Pudi?
Joe McHale.
Yeah.
He was a pretty good voice actor for Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Because he can do the smart ass remarks.
Yeah.
But does Carl Urban have that same
Yeah,
tone?
the boys.
Yeah. You just
Well,
watch
yeah,
it on
the boys, but
The
it's.
Butcher.
I feel like Luke Cage.
He's very
is-
dry for me, Carl Urban,
for-
because I think Dread. I think Devaku from Chronicles of Riddick. He's always a very serious, monotone kind of character, not quip and witty, like
But I
in
can
The
but I can
Boys.
see he has that in him. He has it in him.
It's in all of us.
Sure.
Next
Huh?
topic.
Next
Yeah.
time.
Let's go, Jar Jar.
My Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Misa no like that.
Do your job.
Okay, Elden Ring's new DLC is proving to be one of
Next
the hardest DLCs. Okay, next. This just in, new
finish-
set photos.
Finish the
Obviously, I am.
Obviously, but you're not.
Elden Ring's new DLC is the hardest DLC ever released for a video game, causing an uproar in the gaming community from both sides. A new calibration update was released, kind of like making it easier for people because everyone was crying and being big old babies. The significant buffs will be seen in the first 10 levels, and then they kind of slowly die off later on with the tree that I forget the specific name of that upgrade material.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Have you played Elden Ring? Yeah. Are you playing the new DLC or no?
I was telling him the other day before this came out that I was actually terrified of it
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, I'm a big man. I'm an Elgin god, and then all of a sudden I was watching people play and they were just getting destroyed.
Body left and right.
But like literally, it says level 275 character, and he walked into a room and just immediately died.
They're getting 2 hit.
Yeah, they were getting like 2 hit. It was ridiculous, and then they were hitting the enemy and maybe doing like a centimeter of damage to them, and I went. I like imagining that I'm still amazing in this game.
Explore that you just have to explore.
Yeah,
before
and-
you
Alright.
even take a boss
Hold
on.
on.
Yeah, I feel like that was also a problem too
Yeah.
that people were doing. I feel that people
They're
were going.
beelining it.
I don't need to do everything else. Beelining it to certain bosses, or just burning through levels.
Yeah.
And then making it to the very end, and then going, oh, wow, this is a difficult boss.
Yeah.
Because
Good.
they from Soft know
You're
what
the man behind the chair. Why do you like everything he says? You're just like, yeah,
He's
good.
he's my hype man.
like,
I agree.
he's my hype man. No, but I do think that because FromSoft knows what the community is doing.
See,
They know the builds, they know everything else, and they nerfed everything so that way everybody was on the same playing field.
here's my take on this whole Elden Ring situation that is going on, right? I feel like if people complain about the difficulty of a Soulsborne game, it's kind of like, why are you even attempting to play a game you're not going to have fun with? This is a game meant for certain groups of people. Even the, I think it was one of the community heads of Helldivers, too, came out and said, like, a game that's for everyone is a game for no one.
Yes.
I think that was a quote that he said. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. Like, not
'Cause
everyone needs to play Elden Ring.
Unless it's Hello Kitty's Island Adventure. If it's
Like-
that, then you're fine.
No, but like
It's a perfect game.
I mean, like how Rene has mentioned this before, right? You know, he's not interested in certain games. He's more. What are you? Single player game? You don't do multiplayers?
He doesn't like playing with others.
Yeah, but also Elden Ring is not something that you would play because it's just not in your region.
No.
Is there a reason?
No, yeah, I think it's like isn't it like an RPG or something like that?
Oh, it's like an RPG with little directions.
But also, you don't like having to you don't like bashing your head against the wall.
No.
you don't like
I
punishment.
don't like. I mean, I rage quit on Bloodborne. And I was like, and I
Did you?
got like,
How far did you get into
like
Bloodborne?
20 minutes in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you're just like, no,
I'm done. I'm like,
I'm done.
this,
No.
is, this is how it is. In 20 minutes in, I'm out.
I did it in I thought it was really messed up because I don't know if you saw a bunch of TikToks that were coming out, Sean, where they were going for new Elden Ring players, and then it was the only way to get your horse. And then as soon as you came into the first boss, like there was, because as soon as you enter the world, there's a dude on a horse, and he's like, you have to kill that guy to get your horse.
Yeah.
And then they go, shouldn't take you long. Then go to the next one, and you'll have your horse. And
Just a quick edit.
it's just a quick edit. That is one of the hardest bosses in the first 2 minutes of that game. It is almost near impossible to play with no equipment and just like a beginner sword. You have to almost hit everything perfect in order to survive it.
I've noticed
You know
that.
what? One game. Sorry.
No, go for
I've
it.
just one game I do like that's not like Elden Ring, but has that whole like
difficulty?
RPG, and you have to kind of like build your character and then just go off and do Fables. I've always liked Fables.
You know
That
what's
is
funny?
Interesting.
Fable actually kind of plays like a harder Elden Ring.
Yeah.
A little.
I liked Fables because I just like the whole
The Xbox one?
Yeah,
You know,
the
it's
one where you can choose to either be a hero or like
yeah.
Yeah.
or become an
Wow.
evil.
I didn't think I knew someone that actually liked Fable.
I like Fable.
Fables 2 was good too.
Yeah,
See, that
I
was-
actually really like Fable 3.
Fables
See,
3. I
that
never
w-
played Fables 3.
The thing,
Fable 3 is fun.
I feel like when it comes down to Fables, people either really like it and don't say anything about it, or really hate it and just won't stop talking about it. Like
Really?
that's I've never met someone that actually is like, yeah, I enjoyed the game.
I enjoyed the game.
There's a new one coming out soon too.
Yeah, it's supposed. Is it a remake or is it a new?
No,
one?
it's a
No,
new
it's a
one.
new one. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
Fables 5, isn't it? Or
I
Fables
don't
4?
know. I've never touched
It's just
Fables
Fable. It's,
Is
it's
it
just
just-
a new.
is it
It's
just
just called.
Fable?
Oh,
It's just
just
called
Fable?
Fable.
You know, it might just be a new reiteration in the world.
Yeah.
Like
That's
a,
fair.
like a
You
free
can-
fresh
you
of the
can
world.
Get away with that, yeah.
I've noticed that when
I
it
like
comes to
those.
video games, there's certain ones that I have to play now. Just one, because I feel like I'm so restricted with time, and two, I end up falling asleep because like I'm thinking way too much. I just pass out.
That's your problem.
That is my problem.
Yeah.
I started playing Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario.
The heck is that? Oh,
Oh,
Paper
yeah,
Mario.
What is
Yeah.
that? I was like, what is 1,000 Year Door?
Yeah, I haven't.
What is 1,000 Year Door?
I'm not gonna
What
lie.
is that?
I
That
haven't.
does
really,
sound like something you would play.
You have to wait in front of a door for 1,000 years.
I haven't enjoyed
Just
a Mario
coffee,
game
chicken,
in
and
years. Like I honestly haven't enjoyed a Mario game in years.
That one is my favorite game of all time.
Like I
Paper
think
Mario, 1,000 Year Door.
the last Mario game I really enjoyed was probably Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Odyssey was okay.
I
think
enjoyed it. I
Galaxy
thought it was
more.
fun.
Galaxy gave me nausea.
Yeah.
I can play it, but
It was because of the flying all around.
It was the fact that if you went underneath the planet, you then had to like move the controller a different.
Oh yeah.
Because you move the character like this, but as he's rotating around the planet, you have to.
You would have never been a good astronaut.
Probably not.
You would have been a terrible.
But you know what I
astronaut.
can do is I can play Ace Combat, and Ace Combat doesn't make me nauseous.
Oh.
It could just be the graphics.
It could have been.
It could because it could be that it's a little smoother. And
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes in Galaxy, it's it's a little choppier.
Yeah.
There are like sequences as you're flying through, and then it chops up, and then
Yeah.
it continues.
It could probably be that. Next topic.
New set photos from James Gunn's Superman film has been released out into the wild. New set reveals a very classic take on the Superman suit, featuring red undies and watching boots, matching boots.
I'm so upset that people are looking at that and then going like, "This looks dumb. This is so stupid. I don't know why we have
I
this.
know.
Why is the suit like this?" And I'm like, why don't you guys like something? Like
Right?
just enjoy.
Why does
like,
the internet? Why does the internet hate?
Like, why do
I
you just
know.
hate everything? Like, find something to like.
Yeah.
It's not.
Dude. It's,
I can get it. I get it if Superman was wearing like, he looking like Prince. Like he was coming out going like, "I'm the Man of Steel," and he looks like Prince. I'd be like, okay, I kind of get where you guys are upset.
Well, we were talking.
But he
about
looks fine.
because we were talking about that yesterday on the way home about because this is wrestling. You know,
Uh-huh.
people are doing the same thing about Cody Rhodes. Like people are just constantly just ripping into Cody, and they're just like, "Oh, Cody's stuff sucks, and the WWE sucks." I'm like, just like, what the heck? Every little thing that they do or
So
gets
much easier to hate.
yeah, like it's like more energy to just put into hating something.
There has to be a reason to hate, and it's like you
Yeah.
can't just sit down and enjoy. That is a perfect example of that, right? Because, like, let's put it this way: Roman Reigns is, if we're going to talk about
Just a
you
quick
know,
tangent,
wrestling,
yeah.
Roman Reigns' reign in WWE was
Dang,
fun.
we should do that next. Can we make a raisin look like Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns.
That's our next sticker.
His run was entertaining, and it brought interest in the fact that you had a heel hold on to the belt for so long.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing here with Superman. People are hating this new version of Superman that's comic book accurate, looks really, really fun,
Yeah.
and it just looks
Dude,
super interesting.
I saw somebody getting mad at Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Mr. Terrific looks stupid." I'm like, dude, that's how his that's his costume.
That's his face.
Like
That's how he
That's
is.
his costume.
Do you
Like, what do you
remember-
want?
do you
Like, I
remember
really don't know what you
when
want.
Man of Steel came out and that costume was getting so much hate.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's like, dude, the Man of Steel costume was so much better.
Well,
It's like,
people,
dude.
no. People were getting on Henry Cavill because he had chest hair coming out of his suit.
They were like, "My Superman doesn't have chest hair."
And they're like, "Oh, so yeah, Christopher Reeve would never have
Chest hair.
coming out of his suit." You know, and it's just
Everybody.
like,
Why is it scaly? The scales. Remember the scales were a huge
yeah,
thing?
People were like, "Oh my."
And then what was it? People didn't like that it was so fitted, and then now that it's a little baggy in places,
Yeah.
they're like, "I don't know why it's so baggy." I'm like, dude, come on, man.
fit in the Superman suit.
You
Yeah.
know, did you see the
Oh
set
my
photos?
God, how dare it be comfortable?
Did you see the set photos of the actor playing Clark?
Yeah.
Dude, that is a good Clark.
Yeah.
Dude, he is a great. He looks like
blends in.
Clark.
He
Yeah,
So
blends
that-
in.
I would look at him and go like, that is not Superman.
Right?
Okay, yes.
Not
thank
a
you.
big brawly dude coming
So-
out of
He's like,
Daily
he looks kind of
Planet.
wimpy. He looks kind of wimpy. His hair is like all disheveled, the glasses, and like he has all the papers. If you were to go like, that man is Superman, I'd be like, dude, you're dumb.
So
like
my
you were so
favorite
stupid.
thing- my favorite thing, because my dad raised me on like the old Superman like movies and the TV shows. I love the Clark Kent look of this.
Oh, mousy.
Timid.
Very
Very
timid,
timid, mousy,
shoulders
yeah.
up, like leaning forward, and then he put on the suit and he's standing
Well,
up straight.
that's the thing though, is that because unlike Batman and Bruce, like it's one of those things of Clark Kent is a body performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're brawny, you're out, you're proud, and everything like that. And then when you become Clark Kent, you have to like really shift your physicality to becoming a lot smaller.
Well,
than you really are.
Was it Bill from Kill Bill Volume 2, Bill Carden, who said it the best, and he goes, the thing why he likes Superman more out of all the comic book characters is that he likes Superman because when Clark Kent has to be Clark Kent, that's the mask.
That's a super suit.
That's his disguise.
Yeah.
That's him trying to become something that he's not. But when he's Superman, he's himself. That's him.
I also love, because I love David Carradine. I love the way Quentin Tarantino wrote it too, and David Carradine does a great rendition of it.
Yeah.
The idea of that is what Superman thinks of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
That is what his reflection of this is how I feel humanity would feel like. If I were to be human, this is what I would be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting because honestly, from the set photos, this guy looks like he's killing it.
Yeah.
He looks like he's killing it.
Yeah,
So,
when he's Superman,
also-
he's all like,
What was it? Rick Flag Jr. looks sick.
oh yeah,
He looked good.
He did.
And apparently Ultraman's in it.
yeah.
So I'm doing a mission.
I'm into it.
Every photo that James Gunn puts on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram,
Yeah.
I comment hashtag in Gunn we trust.
Yeah.
Only because I read his comments and there's so much hate
Yeah.
coming from
Dude,
people,
yeah.
and I'm like, can we stop?
They're
and just
coming
support-
for him,
Like,
dude.
why? Because here's the thing, I could imagine sitting in the theater. I will probably just cry of happiness.
Yeah.
If one of the first scenes that we get of Superman is a call for help, and then Clark goes and starts just unbuttoning his shirt and does the. If he does that,
We're in.
100%.
If that's the opening of the movie, I'm in.
I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
If that's how they open the movie of him turning, he opens it and then the crest, you zoom into the crest and then it goes into the. I'm in.
The
I'm,
old rendition of the old dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
dude,
dun.
give me some of that. That'd be sick.
Oh my god, I
Because
cried.
knowing Gunn, he'd probably figure out a way to
he'll throw
modernize
that
it.
in there, yeah.
He knows he'll figure out a way to modernize
I'd
that.
cry.
But I really like the set photos.
The set photos are
So
great.
far, without CG, without everything else, it still looks really good.
Yeah. I'm excited
And
for it.
not only that, but also apparently he's also gonna stop a locomotive
yeah.
from a couple of set photos because it shows him in front of a train and he's stopping it. And on the thing it says Superman saves
classic.
Yeah, it says Superman saves what was it? Superman saves Metro train. It's cool, man.
James Gunn knows what he's doing. That's the thing.
In Gun we trust.
Yeah,
Dude,
he knows,
Hashtag
he
in
knows-
Gun we trust.
He knows what to put in. He knows what he's gonna show. He knows what fans are gonna react
Mm-hmm.
to and what what they'll love and stuff and what we'll be excited for. What to hint at
Bro.
in future movies. He's got it.
Dude,
man.
My Adventures of Superman just enjoys Thanagars. Thanagarians. They
have
took
to-
him they took Superman to Thanagar.
Oh, wow.
And they showed the new villain.
Too good.
Dude,
Hearing
oh
it's
my
really good.
god,
I've
dude.
watched it.
Yeah.
They just introduced the big bad, man.
Who's a big bad?
It's
Brainiac.
It's Brainiac.
Dope.
Oh, dope. Cool.
But it's Brainiac and he has brainwashed Kara Zor-El.
Oh.
Okay.
So
okay.
his and then not only that, but Brainiac's thing is he's been conquering planets on the way to Earth.
Are we still? Is this Superman still learning his abilities, or have
He's still kind of learning his abilities.
Okay.
Kara, he knows a couple of maneuvers that Kara doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like Brainiac because, like I said, Brainiac's been conquering planets.
Uh-huh.
So as he's been conquering planets, he's been absorbing their abilities and porting them into robots. So it's so messed up because he's been basically killing people and then putting their psyche into the machines.
Oh, so.
So using them as weapons. So you see he's fighting a monk like Green Lantern, and as he's fighting him, you can see the robot starts to cry. The robot's actually crying, and he's hitting, he's hitting Superman, and Superman's trying not to fight, and it's I have to kill him.
So it's putting in this moral tension of Superman not wanting to kill.
It's super good. It's so good.
I wonder if
It's
that
so good.
idea is going to be held very tightly in James Gunn's version. Now
I don't
too.
know, but I'm loving it.
Because Zack Snyder, that's the biggest complaint we had, is just that there was so much city destruction that it didn't feel like a Superman fight sequence.
Jack Quaid is doing an amazing job. He's doing an amazing job in both The Boys and in Superman. I
Oh, he's
love it.
killing it.
I love his Superman. His Superman is so much fun.
As a voice actor? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dope. It's dope.
Because what was it? One of the scenes had him and Jimmy, and then Jimmy was being invited to this Superman con because he's Flamebird, and then as he's talking to Superman, he goes, "Clark, I want you to come with me." And he goes, "Well, obviously, yeah, you want me to go because I'm Superman." And he goes,
They know, right?
"Yeah, they both know." And then he goes, "No, Clark, you're my best friend. I want Clark Kent to go. I don't want Superman to go." And then it's kind of oh.
So does
Like-
Lois also know?
Lois also knows.
Are they dating in season
Yep,
2?
they're in love.
Okay, dope. I'm okay with that.
And Silver
Oh,
St.
so that
Cloud.
happens eventually.
In season 1, it kind of hinted. I didn't like that Lois was upset. Did you
no,
watch?
I haven't watched. I haven't finished watching it.
There's
Go ahead.
there's an arc where
It's
Lois Superman. There's an arc where Lois finds out and Lois is very upset at Clark and kind of like basically like uses it as an excuse to not be friends with him because you lied to me about being Superman.
Okay, I get mad when DC does that. They've done that in the CW shows.
Yeah.
When like the love interest finds out.
Why have you
Yeah.
not told me that you
and
were?
you're like, I
know?
feel betrayed.
That's
Like,
what upset
why
me.
is this about you? Like,
No,
I just told you my secret.
The greatest one I love is in the first season when he tells Jimmy for the first time and he's like, Jimmy, I'm Superman. And he goes, yeah, no duh, Clark. Like, what? I'm not an idiot. Like, of course you're Superman. And he goes, what do you mean? And he goes, dude, I've known since college. Like, I've been covering for you for years.
Is that
what
in
do you,
this- in
That's
the show?
in season 1.
Oh, then
And he's
I haven't
like,
gotten that
and he's
far.
like, dude, like, of course I know. And he goes, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you tell me anything? And he goes, it was your secret. I just kind of figured one day you would feel comfortable enough and trust me enough that you would tell me.
Okay, then I gotta finish season 1.
Dude, season 1 slaps. It's good.
It
season,
slaps.
Season 2, it's pretty dang good. It's pretty good.
Season 1 was a left-hand slap. Season 2, right hand.
No, because now
Season 3,
now you're getting the
clapping cheeks.
No, because now you have because now there's 2 villains that are happening at the same time in
It's
season 2.
Deathstroke and
No, technically it's 3 because you have what was it, Deathstroke and Amanda Waller, but she's also working with Luthor. And then now you also have Brainiac because they're going with the superhuman like act.
Yeah.
Kind of going like we don't allow superhumans to be on Earth.
Yeah.
And then Brainiac is talking about how he wants to control superhumans and take over the Earth. And Superman's trying to fight both.
Okay, I gotta watch it.
Dude, it's good. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen My Adventures with Superman,
Highly recommend. We've talked about it.
highly recommend.
Yeah. Highly recommend
It's
it.
such a good show.
Any other pieces of news on comic strips, or that's it?
That's it.
That brings us to the end of comic strips, ladies and gentlemen. What are we at on the show?
52.
52. We're ending with enough time to talk about 2 main topics if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Acolyte for a second.
Great. I'm just saying what the listeners are saying.
Yeah, I agree.
No, okay. We'll keep this really short. It was good. Honestly, I'm really happy that I stuck with it. It's a really now I'm really happy that they've come to they're getting to their climax, and people are now seeing, oh, this is what they've been building for. Okay.
So what I told Rene yesterday when I saw him, I said, "Have you ever seen The Good Place?"
Yeah.
You know that the monk
Yeah.
is I didn't realize that until yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, dude,
I knew
he's a pretty good
that
actor.
already.
It's pretty good. For me, honestly,
That was the reason why also I knew he was in a Switch, because in The Good Place he plays 2 different characters.
that is true.
He has like this he has this
Ability to
ability to
switch
switch between like a monk to basically the dumbest person in the world.
Yeah. So he was a dumb person in this one, and then he basically became.
Palpatine,
Yeah.
like a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
I saw the fight scene in episode 5 on Instagram. It was really cool.
It's a
It
good.
was-
It was a good.
I kind of wish they showed more. I wanted heads to roll off bodies, but okay, it's Disney. They're gonna show
the
it.
helmet design I really like. Actually,
I saw one.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny because I saw one person message and they were like, "This is dumb. Why didn't anybody just? Why doesn't everybody just have this? Like, I can't believe Disney's just making stuff up." And then somebody else in the comments put, "It's called Coruscant, and it's been in the Star Wars lore since the '90s."
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what I was telling Rene. Is
like
that
it's been like this is a thing.
already established.
It, like George Lucas made this this material it's very rare, but it's in the lore. Like, it disturbs lightsabers.
That's what I was telling Rene is when the fight sequence was happening and he kept bashing his head on the sabers and short circuiting him. I'm like, oh, that's not Beskar, because I know Beskar doesn't penetrate.
it just bounces.
Exactly. So I'm like, it's something else. And I saw that new material and I'm like, oh, so it's legend stuff that people keep bitching about for months. That it's the legends.
They
is
got
dead,
rid
they're
of
not
all
bringing
the continuity.
and
They
then
got
all
rid of all the
better.
good stuff.
And all of a sudden they're bringing stuff from the legends like, oh, that's not the legends I knew about. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Actually,
Dude, that was so funny. It was so funny when I started reading like other people go like, oh man, this is from the 90s, man. Like, obviously, you just don't know. It's fine.
So is this fight sequence better than Duel of Fates?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
No. But I also the problem with Duel of Fates is that the Duel of Fates has so much emotion to it.
Yeah.
This one has a lot of just like
Cool stuff.
it's cool, but then you can just feel the aggression.
The
in
line,
fight.
yes.
Not only that, but also when you got in the episode day, when they got to the planet, they were like, we need to take a battalion of Jedi. And the fact that we spent no time with any of them, I was like, cool, we're walking around with a bunch of red shirts.
It's about to happen.
We have a bunch of red shirts with us that are all going to die.
So my favorite line out of the whole fight sequence is when, what's his name? Zor or whatever?
Soul?
Zoro?
Not Soul.
Oh,
The obnoxious one.
yeah, it's Zor. Yeah.
Zor. Well, yeah, however you
Zord?
pronounce it.
Zord. Yeah, it's like Zord or Zell or something like
Zork?
that.
Where he tells Osha he's not following the rules of combat.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. Because there's always rules that you have to follow according to like whatever they're trying to do.
I love the fact that he turned off his lightsaber and then reignited it and stabbed someone.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Or like he stabs someone and then force pulls the other person in. I was like, dude.
And then turned him into a shish kebab?
Yes!
That was really cool.
Oh, it was
Or
so great.
the coolest one that I saw was when he's fighting and then he's holding the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
And then just undoes it and just boom, 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 boom. And just 3 holes. And I'm like, oh.
I was like, I told
was
Rene,
sick.
I was
good.
like, we were watching with Annie. I'm like, I need that lightsaber.
That's that. Oh, you know it's going to be in. You know that's going to be in
that
Disneyland.
lightsaber.
By the end of the season, you know for a fact that lightsaber is going to be in
If
Disneyland.
Disney does the stupid thing of like, oh, it's a special release for Star Wars night.
Only at Star Wars.
Only
Only
at,
at
I
Star
could see
Wars
it being,
night,
only
yeah.
being at Star Wars night. I just don't know how you would. I don't know how you would do like the
You'd
lightsaber.
make the blade on the inside smaller because that blade, if you noticed it at the
It's a
angle,
Johto.
it's a tiny little.
Yeah, it's like a Johto saber
Yeah,
and everything
exactly.
else. Yeah, I know.
It's super tiny, so I could see it happening.
Yeah, it was a really cool like moment and a really cool scene.
Yeah.
I really like it. I'm glad that the rest of the community is finally on board.
Welcome, guys.
I'm glad.
Welcome to this
Welcome.
train.
I
Listen,
we
think
do
the bu-
charge a
one.
late fee of $1,000.
We slowed the bus down just for you guys.
No.
We slowed it down. Everybody else is on board. We're all on the bus now. We're all having a good time riding down this road trip. Let's have a good time now in the galaxy far, far away. And if anybody else complains, I'm throwing you out the back.
Yeah. Welcome, Sean. Welcome to the hype train. Thank you for joining.
He
us.
hasn't seen it yet.
It stinks. It stinks.
It's okay. He'll join us.
I'm gonna watch
You'll
it.
join- you'll
I'm gonna
join
watch it
us.
when it's done.
You'll
No,
join us.
he's already committed to like he's gonna wait for another 3 weeks.
That's fine.
To binge. Because
Or-
I was telling him yesterday
Yeah.
that I do feel if this was bingeable from 1 to 5, there would be less complaints. Because this is a lot of payoff.
Yeah,
If you could binge 1 through 5,
but you'll have
Nobody would have complained.
You'll have the other argument, the other side of the argument, where people are like, "Nope, I stopped watching after episode 2. Not worth it."
but I feel like that's the week to week method.
I have a lot of customers that told me that. And it was like, I stopped after episode 3. And I was like, okay.
Okay, we can bring. There's a late fee. It's fine. We'll take him on the train.
But that's what I mean though, is that if everything would have been out, I feel like because there's something about the thing of next episode.
Yeah.
Or even if the episode wasn't that great, you're like, let's see where it goes.
My complaint with the episodes ending the way they do is they feel super short.
They do, even though they're like an hour.
Yeah, and I'm like, they were like 35, 42 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what did it end here? What do you mean? Give me another one.
Yeah.
I do feel that in some way, somehow, the 4 and 5 were supposed to be like one
Yeah.
long episode.
Question for you:
Huh.
Is he a Knight of Ren?
I saw theories about that, and I would be 100% okay with that.
Immediately thought that he was a Knight of Ren.
I could totally go with he's one of the first Wrens.
Yeah.
If you were to say that and then they go like that's dumb, I'd be like, dude, that
Kylo Ren's theme apparently plays when he's about to kill Zor.
he also Anakin's theme also plays Anakin's bad deeds.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What part?
The part right when he's about to murder
The younglings.
no right when he's murdering right before the second blade opens.
Oh.
That's Anakin's dark deeds, and the soundtrack is when Anakin's killing the younglings.
I would like this idea of him being the first Knight of Ren because the line that he says, he's like, "You may call."
They would
I'm
call
not
me a Sith.
but your people would call me a Sith, and I'm like, Nick's little the little angel Nick over here in the back of my head is going just like, that's an important line.
That's an important. As soon as he goes, your people would call me a Sith. I was like, he's not identifying himself as
He's
a
not a
Sith.
Sith, yeah.
He's not a Sith. I was like, oh man, I'm so glad I'm in the writing room. I'm so glad that I was like, I'm with you guys. I know exactly what you're doing. I get it. I'm with you. I'm on the bus.
It only took so long now.
Yeah.
We're with Nick here.
It makes sense though. It made sense. It's good.
It's so good. It's so much fun to like be able to enjoy this lore like properly now. I'm like, all right.
It's fun, huh?
It's so
It's
good.
fun. It's
So
fun.
good.
I'm so glad you're on board.
All right, we'll see what happens. I don't think we need to talk about
Until it
I
ends.
say this now. It's like we don't need to talk about Acolyte.
In all fairness, I said that last week.
And then
I just did.
and then episode 5 drops and we're all just like,
Like
ah!
an extra
Dude,
half hour.
literally, dude.
You're just like,
Dude.
I was trying to cut it.
Oh, I saw you and I
was
didn't
like-
want to let it.
I
I was like, no.
I mean, look,
Never.
I understand you.
Never.
But then we were dealing with negativity. That's
it
a
was.
problem.
It's yeah. It's so
do.
bad.
If you consider my opinion negativity, that's fine.
No, I don't.
That's kind
consider.
of toxic and
First of all-
gaslighting.
First of all,
But you know what? It's fine.
In all
I
fairness,
know how you are.
I
first
don't-
of all, no one cares.
In all fairness,
So-
I don't. I don't
Bryan likes
feel.
to point
I
it out.
no, because you know what? I see where Sean was coming from.
Yeah.
Even if it was a terrible point, but I can see where Sean was coming from. But because
Look,
but the thing is that Sean was open to a discourse,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
was okay with.
Yeah.
And
And
then
that-
Sean because as I was talking, I saw Sean go, shoot, that makes sense.
And all
Like,
jokes aside,
And then it's
Yeah.
on both ends, we were like, that does make sense.
all jokes
Okay.
aside, yeah, you're not in that community of
Yeah, I
people that are
know.
constantly
Yeah.
shutting others down on Twitter. Going
Sean
like,
100% was open to a discourse and going like, well, this is why I think this is dumb. And then
Yeah.
going, well, yada, 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 yada. Oh, yeah, you know what? That does kind of make, okay.
it's
okay.
this idea of Star
Like, hopefully
Wars
that's
that
what happens.
constantly goes around where it's like something doesn't feel right to people right now, but give it like 15 years
Yeah.
and then it comes back up. The prequels were not accepted when they first came out.
Yeah.
All of a sudden in 2015, it's like
Everybody's,
Oh my God.
everybody's jerking it to
it's
him.
Revenge is the
Yeah.
best movie ever. I'm like,
That, and then also like in 2020, like people, like I guess the younger generation was finally watching the prequels, and they're like, it's super good, like it's beautiful storytelling.
Like, it's so good and like, oh my God, like the,
I don't know
like the,
where they came from.
And-
It was so weird.
they finally had a sense of judgment.
Yeah.
hold on, in all fairness, George is a revolutionary. He is a genius because he did come up with the idea of the volume.
Yeah.
Because that is his idea for the prequels. Because he did envelop like we're gonna be all in CG, and then we're gonna change the lighting. We're gonna do everything else, and that's gonna be cool. So he is kind of like the birth of where we're at right now of the volume
Of
and being
cinema.
in like
cinema.
But but that is true. Like that is kind of where it got its beginning.
Wasn't George Lucas one of the first directors to work with blue screen intensively?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
thought.
He really did push the back, but he also did like miniatures too and everything else. Like light magic is hardcore.
I still laugh
inspiration for a lot of
when,
stuff.
Ewan McGregor would talk about his experience on the prequels and then how he did on Kenobi. He goes like, "Oh yeah, it's so relieving that I can see
What I'm-
where I'm at than just a blue screen and just imagine. Oh yeah, there's an alien in front of you, or oh yeah, you know,
What was
I
the
can
alien?
see it. you
Yeah, and
know?
he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know what the alien looked like.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea what it like. There was no concept. There was no nothing. George was just like, blue alien, 10 foot. He's right there. Look there." And then he's like, "All right, cool." It's like, all
I
right,
know that.
that's a. I guess that's a Kaminoan. All right.
I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, we're gonna say this that we'll talk about
Yeah.
Acolyte when the show ends.
The show ends.
But watch episode 6 drop and be another
I'll
banger.
definitely try to catch up to it.
Yeah, it's
Just
it's good.
I just re-upped. So, yeah.
yeah.
In all fairness, it's good now. It does have 3. I'm just saying.
fair.
To be fair, it has 3 episodes to really mess up.
5. It's really good.
It's really good.
Just give 5 episodes. Just hang in there.
Just do the anime thing. Watch 5 episodes. If you don't like it by then,
In all fairness, anime is 3.
is
it's 3.
I thought it was 5.
Nah, dude,
I
it's
do the
3.
5 episodes.
I do
You say
3.
5, but he said 3 before.
I always do 3. If it doesn't catch me in 3 episodes, I'm done.
You
That's-
guys talking about anime last week makes me want to like
Watch
get a
anime?
Crunchyroll. But
Yeah.
it's because I want to watch MF Ghost.
Do you want me just to give you my Crunchyroll account?
I'm looking for someone to just lend me their account because I'm not going to pay
You
for
can
another
text
subscription.
me and just say, "Nick, what's your Crunchyroll?"
Yeah, but I also feel really bad just asking people for that sort of information.
He did it.
I know. But that's him. They're talking about me. Hey, Nick, buddy, old pal. Can I borrow your Crunchyroll account?
I
No.
do. Dude, there's like 7 people that have my Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll does not care.
Do they not have a limit of how many people can watch it?
It's from Japan.
They don't care.
Okay.
Until they care, then
Yeah.
once they care, I'll stop you.
Yeah.
But
Brian, you gotta stop.
no, the only thing I'm upset about with Crunchyroll is because they only make because what they do is it's only one account.
Yeah.
So whatever you're watching, I can see it.
I'm really only gonna watch.
But it's super
Initial
funny-
D and MF Ghost.
But it's so funny because you can kind of
You
tell they're
and me.
set.
Maybe High School of the Dead.
Yeah. Or prison school. I think you like prison school.
I'll watch. I'll
I want him to watch Gurren Lagann. He owes me
He
a
does-
show.
you know what?
He owes me a show, and I want him
You
to
know
watch
what?
Gurren Lagann.
He likes Gundam. I think you'd like Gurren Lagann.
I did try watching Gurren Lagann. It's just tits in the first episode messed it up for me.
Why?
I just don't care.
That's what gets everybody.
I just don't. I'm just like, ugh, I can't.
Brian's
Because
opposite.
Brian's shy. He's a shy little
No,
boy.
I just don't. I want the story. I don't want them. I
Dude,
don't-
there's story behind the boobs. It helps.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what was it? Like what was it? Like Fruit Ninja when you're watching TikToks? Like
Subway Surfer.
it's like
Don't watch the Subway Surfer part.
Yeah,
just watch
dude,
the other stuff.
You're they're there to help you pay attention.
How long is Gurren Lagann?
It's only 20 episodes.
26.
It's only 26 episodes. It's only 2 seasons.
Hey. Is
And
it
that
over,
ending,
or did
huh?
it-
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's-
ending makes
that
you
ending
weep.
that ending is sad.
If you
it's
do not
good.
cry, you do not have a heart.
Is it Edge Runners? Sad.
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
reminiscent to Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Everything about that is the same studio, and they
Oh,
embody it
that's right.
so
It's
well.
Studio Trigger.
You're
Yeah.
gonna love
God
it.
damn it! You got me. Fine. I'll watch Gurren Lagann.
Oh, also,
Oh,
I totally forgot. Speaking of grown men crying, I watched Iron Claw. Me and Monica were weeping by the end of that movie. It
Dude.
was so sad. We finally we had a night in,
Yeah.
and Monica was like, "What movie should we watch?"
Yeah.
And I put on HBO Go, and the first thing that
Yeah,
popped
Iron
up
Claw.
was Iron Claw, and she goes, "I've been wanting to watch that," and I go,
So good.
"Babe,
Even if you're not
I'm
a wrestling
in.
fan, you're just into the story of
Is
this
it that
family.
Yeah.
sad?
dude,
It's sad.
oh my god,
It's so sad
It
they
was-
had to cut out a brother's death in it.
Yeah.
Because it was too sad. Because there's technically 5 brothers.
yeah, and
that
they all
died.
die.
Yeah, they
all die.
They all died.
Yeah, Monica literally goes, "I'm into watching it. I heard Rene talking about it. He said it was really sad, and I feel like crying today. Let's do this."
You know that Jeremy Allen White apparently is a huge wrestling fan,
Yeah.
but he's like a deep like fan.
yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, dude, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
It
Zac
is
Efron.
so good.
So good
You
in
do
it.
not need to be a wrestling fan to enjoy that movie.
Okay.
You need to be a fan of cinema.
Did you get weepy at the end where the boat scene?
Yes,
Okay.
that was
Yeah. That was it for me. I
Oh.
was like,
no
What was
the
How do you guys
it's-
cry?
no it's
Dude,
the
what do you
no
mean?
dude it
No,
was
because
the,
like, okay, I'll tell you how I get to
okay,
the
hold on,
process
hold
of
on,
crying.
hold on.
Okay, go for it.
My thing is that I got weepy at the end when he's watching his son's
yeah.
play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When he's watching his son's play,
And when he tells him.
and when he
stuff,
tells him everything else, I was like,
yeah. That was
oh.
good. That was good, too.
Like as soon as that happened, Monica saw me and she goes, "Are you crying?" And I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "You never cry." I'm like, "It's sad. That is so sad."
God, okay.
Dude,
I have emotions too.
so, okay, so I don't like it when people point out when I'm crying in a movie because it's always. I think you might have called it out once, but you didn't do it the way that most other people do it,
Oh, like a jokingly.
like a
calling you
joking
out?
way. Yeah, because I've.
Are you
wondered-
crying right
yeah,
now?
and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't have freaking emotions
Yeah.
over this stuff. So I usually.
I was about
hold
to say,
my-
wait, hold on. You said I don't cry in movies. You cried at Spider-Man.
Yes, no, you don't. I've never seen you cry in a movie.
Oh yeah, me. No, I never cried.
Yeah.
That's how you know Iron Claw got me.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how
Yeah.
you guys get to that point of crying in a movie because I hold it in, and I just get
no,
like,
it's-
I feel like I gotta
do
punch the air or something.
I do like the just the teardrop.
Just
Yeah,
the
the-
one tear.
Just the one tear.
I just-
I let that.
Back in there.
No, yeah, I do that, and then because sometimes like when I'm trying to hold it in, kind of hurts right here, and I'm like, I'm a man, I don't cry. Then all of a sudden that happened, and I'm
I
like,
think,
I'm a boy.
It's just you just feel bad for the family.
Yeah,
They're
it's-
trying to do better. They want to set up lives for themselves, and
They just want better.
and
They
it's
just want
one
better.
after another.
And it's not even their fault.
Yeah.
Like, it's really just like it. honestly, I by the end of the movie, I was like, maybe there is a curse.
That's the thing.
Like, by the end
You
of
don't
that
know who to
movie.
blame. That's the thing.
No, there was.
for all
I
this
had
bad-
I had a person to
I
blame.
mean, technically there is, but at
Yeah.
the same time, if you really think of like the big picture of Iron Claw and the family and like what they had to deal with, you're kind of like thinking like, man, like they just couldn't get a break.
No, by the end of it, I had people to blame. No, I'm being
yeah,
serious. There was 100% by the end of it.
Mandy got mad at the mom as well.
I was also upset with the mom. I was by the end of it. Monica was like, "Wow, the dad sucks," and I'm like, "The mom sucks too."
Yeah.
Like both of them are the problem.
Yeah.
They are both the problem. They honestly, they would have been 100% better if they would have just cut them off, like all of them, but they didn't, and that sucks. But yeah,
But check it
out, dude. It's on.
It's on my list, but I also have to watch Quiet Place and Quiet Place 2.
I'm telling you right now, Quiet Place and Quiet Place. There's not much. Just put it. You can push that to the front. Push it to the front.
No, the only reason they got brought up was because Andy is like obsessed with The Quiet Place, and I'm like, I feel like I could watch it. I no doubt it's a great movie.
First one
and
is
so
not
much.
bad. It's
Yeah,
actually
I
really
fell
and it
asleep.
was different for its time. But this is the argument I use. It's no different than what Cloverfield did to film back in the early 2000s.
I'm not gonna lie. I've started Quiet Place 4 times. Never finished it.
It was too quiet. He fell asleep.
I did. No, 100%. I got bored. I was watching the movie and I'm like, someone better die. Like, you need to like get some action in this movie. Like, what's going on? And then they're just
And that's what they did in the second one, honestly.
and they're signing the entire time, and I'm like,
But
man, I fall asleep
see,
with
that's
movies
what I
that
mean.
have
Is that
explosions.
it's different. It did
It's
something
two
to film.
different- It's two different vibes of film when you watch both of them back to back.
Yeah.
The first one is very suspenseful and dramatic, while the second one is more action, but also suspenseful at the same time.
Yeah, because like Cloverfield, when it first came out, was this film that kind of was doing the Blair Witch Project style of filmmaking, but it was using science fiction as its backdrop and this idea of a mystery threat that we don't see until the very end.
Yeah.
And then when you do finally see it, you're like, oh, this is like serious and huge, and it felt real.
yeah. And the new movie's coming out too.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Let's do one more topic before we wrap up the show. Let's talk about Marvel real quick because
What time are we at?
1 hour and 12 minutes.
Okay.
yeah, we're fine. We're great.
13 minutes.
So Marvel, you shared a story
Yeah.
on the group chat where basically Kevin Feige went on Variety or
Yeah.
was it Variety?
It was Variety.
He had a talk or an interview basically talking about Fantastic Four, where it takes place in the timeline,
Yeah.
what they're planning on doing.
Because when he announced the cast and everything, and then the movie itself, saying that the movie takes place in the 1960s, and it's a Marvel Studios movie, and you're thinking in your head, well, how's that going to implement into the MCU with the characters now and stuff like that? That was my biggest question. I'm like, okay, are they just going to do a time jump? Are they going to like drop into a vortex and then just be like, oh, it's 2025? Like,
I feel like they're gonna have a moment, kind of like the end of the first Avenger, where like they go outside and then like it's 2023, and they were from the 60s and they're like, whoa, like that's insane. My big thing is, it's so weird because now they're trying to introduce these new characters and they're like, how do we make them so that way they're older and they've had their powers the whole time and they're not like brand new characters.
but how do we establish that these are new characters into the MCU without
Changing
saying
the back lore of
that's
what's
the
going
thing,
on.
yeah. Because
And-
we've had Avengers, we've had Spider-Man, all these Daredevil.
Well, that's-
not a mention of Baxter Building at all.
Well, that's the issue that you have, especially with like what was it called, the Eternals,
yeah,
where it was, okay, well, while we were fighting Thanos, where were these people?
yeah.
Like, if
And
they were
they're-
so powerful,
And they just
where
did
were
the
they?
whole lazy thing of like, oh yeah, we're not supposed to meddle.
Like, we can't meddle or anything else.
So it does answer that question because you have to kind of keep in mind that the biggest brain in the MCU before Tony Stark
Yeah.
was his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad is basically known to have worked with the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you bring those two in together, separate them, and put it in a different continuity?
My thing is that it's weird that, because here's the problem. Doctor Strange acknowledged that they were from the 60s.
Oh yeah, in Multiverse. of
In
Madness.
Multiverse of Madness, he goes, wait, didn't you guys break up in the 60s? And I get it. It was also a Beatles reference. But there was like an obvious, oh yeah, I do kind of recognize you. I kind of know who you are.
Yeah.
I just kind of assumed that, they were big in the 60s and then they disappeared.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Sean?
Did they ever reference the giant
Nope.
coming out of the planet in
Nope.
any other
No.
movie after the Eternals?
Nope. And
Well,
also
I thought I just missed it.
no, and
No.
we've seen like Earth from space,
Yeah.
and in the Eternals movie, you see it like in the orbit.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they've just been going, we're going to show the other side of the world where it's not.
Where it
So-
didn't happen.
Just
Yeah.
turn the stain around. And we don't. If you don't acknowledge it, it
Flip the
doesn't.
No, okay, 100%. I feel like it's that moment. I feel like it was that moment when we were at Comic Fest, and then you guys put out the tablecloth and had a big old stain, and you guys were like,
Nope.
"What do we do?" And then I got another sheet and I put it on top, and you were like, "It's good."
That's basically it.
100% what it is. We're
So
just gonna put
I've
it over.
heard plans that was actually going to be used as a base for the Avengers.
Cool.
going
Show
forward.
it to me.
Because they've
Yeah.
done it in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, when and where are we going to see that? So, small news for Fantastic Four. Deadpool and Wolverine had another tease.
Yeah.
And we finally got our first look at a Sabretooth.
Yeah.
You know what? So eagle-eyed viewer took a screenshot of it. Do you know there's another Marvel character that is apparently there, and they were like, "Whoa, that's sick." Blade.
Oh yeah. Wesley Snipes.
What?
No, it's not Wesley
No,
Snipes.
but now they've said that Wesley Snipes is going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Have they said that,
So-
or is that a
Yeah,
rumor?
It's a-
he has a bigger role in it apparently.
So apparently he's in it, but also apparently because you see it, and then somebody like stopped it, and they went boom right there.
oh, it's the
TV
yeah.
show
Blade.
So
is there. I was like, what?
I
That's wild. It
saw
only
it.
got one season. It was good.
I saw it
Mm-hmm.
because it was the dude in the back when they
The-
show Sabretooth, and he had the whole black getup, right?
He has the black getup, and he has kind of like weapons underneath.
Yeah.
But he was kind of fuzzy, and people couldn't see him, and they were like, "Who is that? Like,
I
that's just a
think-
random dude."
I think what it is that where they're at in that whole like dystopian kind of like world, it's all the failed projects of Marvel.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're all just there. Yeah.
I love the idea of all failed projects of Marvel, where the reason why they didn't continue is because they were sent to the other
The TVA
The TVA
basically,
just
yeah.
just took away that timeline.
I-
I love that idea. Put them all
I
there.
love that. You're right.
Yeah.
What if that's an area of failed projects, right?
Yeah.
Because Sabretooth doesn't really look like Sabretooth in my eyes. I don't really like his
that's
design.
that's the same actor from the first X-Men.
It's the
movie.
first X-Men movie, and then you get
Yeah.
Hugh Shriver in the Wolverine one,
But
in Wolverine Origins.
what was so funny was the line that comes out afterwards, where Deadpool is pulling the swords out of Wolverine.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Oh,
people,
you look ridiculous right now.
Yeah, and he's just like
People have
would-
waited 10 years for this.
It starts doing that. It's like, well, yeah, because from what I remember, right, Wolverine and Sabretooth did fight in the first X-Men, right?
They fought for like a scene in the woods where it was snowing. Then they fought in the Statue of Liberty
For a
They've
little
even
bit.
for a little bit, but they've never had like a one-on-one fight.
Storm killed him.
Yeah.
Which wasn't
Storm
it.
kills
It's
him.
supposed to be
Yeah.
both of them at it for each other forever.
Yeah.
Well, because he was fighting Sabretooth, and then Storm kills him. Like
Yeah.
she shocks him off the thing, and he falls.
Yes.
And he dies.
Yes. So it was like a waste.
Yeah, and
So-
everybody was like, "Well, I guess that's
Yeah, and then
Sabretooth."
never see Sabretooth again after that until we did X-Men
Origins.
Origins.
Which means that, well, this is the fight that we've been waiting for so long.
And he's got like the huge beard and everything else. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that's hilarious. That's great.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Everything, and it kind of looks like right after their one-on-one fight.
Deadpool's
Oh,
and
yeah.
Wolverine.
Deadpool and
Wolverine.
Wolverines. It looks like it's right after their fight because you see him
I
because you
wanna
see Deadpool's
why
swords
they
out of
fight,
him.
because it seems like this is like well into the movie. The scene with Sabretooth. and
So what it sounds like is the TVA is trying to destroy Deadpool's universe. Like there's some kind of like world-ending thing that's happening.
Feige ordered the TVA to get rid of the Fox properties.
And that would have been
That'd be funny.
That would be really funny. And then so he goes to go get like a hero, and they go, "You need to go get Wolverine," and he goes to go get the wrong Wolverine because all the good Wolverines are dead.
Uh-huh.
Because he goes to go get the actual Wolverine from Logan, and he's already dead. Like he just gets to his grave, and he's like, "Dang!" TVA finds him. He goes back, and they're like, "I need another new Wolverine." He then goes. That's why he's looking for different Wolverines.
Yeah. Which would make sense. It's I was just thinking, I was going to the lines in that scene Where he's just like, people waited for 10 years for this, starts pulling this stuff, and he keeps talking, and then Logan goes like, shut the F up.
I am so excited to just hear Hugh Jackman just curse a lot in this
Yeah.
movie. He's just gonna use the F word so much. It's gonna be great.
Is there a limit of how many F words you can say?
It's an R-rated
It's
movie,
an
man.
R-rated movie.
You can say it as many times as you want. It's an
You
R-rated
can
movie.
say as many times as you want. That doesn't get you an NC-17.
Yeah.
Do you think that there will be an unrated or a rated PG-13 version of this movie?
For depending on how well it does.
Yeah.
Because I can also see a director's cut.
It could be because I'm assuming there's a lot of footage that Ryan Reynolds wanted to use, but Marvel was like, no, we can't use that.
Or like certain jokes or
Yeah.
different cuts.
Or maybe like, oh yeah, I kind of want to show this to implement, these characters. They're like, no, we can't do those characters yet. We're gonna do that later and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to figure it out. It's the fan that's behind you, Sean. That's what's causing the buzz.
Oh, that.
Because your
yeah.
mic is on.
I don't hear a buzz.
You just turn it up.
Yeah. No, it's that one.
Oh. Well,
No,
whatever.
it's
It's the
buzz.
metal fan.
Yeah,
We've
it's the
dealt
metal
with
fan.
it for the last hour. It's just I
Like,
kept hearing.
yeah, like you're. That's why I was like, you're bringing that up now.
I don't know. It's just like because there was some quiet moments. And I'm just like, is it the
No,
fan?
it's the
Whatever.
fan over there.
Last piece of Marvel news that we
yeah.
can discuss real quick is that they made the announcement that Marvel's coming back to Comic-Con and will be in Hall H.
Sweet, cool.
They also said that there's possibilities of them showing footage of the Thunderbolts now that it's wrapped up.
Listen, unless it's a James Gunn property, it's not coming out. That's what we've learned.
Yeah.
You really think so?
The last time they were at Hall H was when they were announcing Guardians 3. And then they were showing off the High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
That was the last time that they were in Hall H.
So
wow.
my
Yeah.
question is, where is?
And then that's also when they announced Blade. That is the last time they were in
true.
Hall H.
Yeah. And
how long ago was that? 4 years ago?
Around then, because they
No.
also showed because they also
6
showed
years
off the trailer for Eternals.
Yeah.
So this is pre-COVID.
It was
So 6-7
Yeah.
years.
just before COVID. Yeah.
And then they also announced Thunderbolts, and I think they showcased the characters, supposedly, like the concept art for the characters.
Yeah, they
Were
did.
supposed to be in it. Yeah.
My question about
Oh, because that was right. That was when you got that lineup of like Helena, Red Guardian. That's where you get that mock-up. That's right.
my question about this announcement in Hall H is like, why now?
I feel like
wait,
it's because D23 doesn't give enough
I was just
to
gonna say that.
to actual like Marvel, because D23. You're not paying attention a lot to D23 because D23 talks about everything Disney.
Yeah.
So it's what's coming out in the movies, what's getting remade, what's coming out live action, and then there's an entire like panel and stuff of just these are the updates for the park.
They could. That's what I was gonna say. They could have more just Disney news for D23, and they just want to just be like, okay, let's just.
We
save
don't have
the
room for
Marvel
you guys.
stuff. Let's do the Marvel stuff at Comic-Con.
Because honestly, that is where the community is. Because I do feel on both ends, if you're just a Disney fan and you're not a Marvel fan, you're just like, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
But they did a
Hurry
good
up.
job at splitting up the Marvel news and Disney news and D23.
But
But the thing is that the way I see it, right, is that now they've kind of they've prepared themselves to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
And by that I mean if they're separating the Marvel stuff from D23, right? Because there has to be a reason why they're separating it. Either D23 is going to get jam-packed with a bunch of Disney news, like Disney's going to release a bunch of trailers for upcoming movies.
Yeah.
They're going to announce expansions to the parks.
Well, they already said they were going to do a new Pixar area in the park.
Exactly, but like
Disneyland,
But how
for
much of
California.
that are you going to show? Because Marvel was a huge chunk of it. So are we going to start announcing a lot of stuff at D23 coming up in the next year? I think, or is it this year?
You know what? I can see them having in this D23 a lot of stuff from Pixar.
Probably
Because all of the Pixar properties are pretty much caught up. I think it's just Leto is the only one that's been pushed back a couple of times.
Okay.
But Leto is the only one that Pixar hasn't come out with yet.
So now you take the Marvel chunk, right, and you put it in Hall H. You have to have this big presentation. And we can't have the presentation that we had last time because those were all announcements of movies that are either never going to come out or still in development after 6 years. And we are looking at Marvel as this company who's like, it's a bunch of promises you're making 10 years down the line that we might not ever see the light again.
That's the hard thing, is because Marvel for like the longest time was so on it of like this is the slate and it coming out and going like, cool, okay, cool, we could follow the slate and everything's cool. Over the past 2 phases, there's just so much stuff that gets moved around. People change. We didn't get the director fell through. The show get canceled. We're not going to do this anymore. That honestly, it's kind of, I think that the reason why they're moving it is because that's where our Marvel fans are. This is where comic books are. This is where the hype is going to be. Our news is going to be big. Because also I do feel that Marvel news at D23 gets kind of buried with all the Disney news because there's so much park stuff or closing or we're gonna open a new a new sailboat or anything else. So it's one of those things of okay, I get it. Let's move it back to Hall H. That we were getting bigger news there. It was holding in the news cycle a lot longer at D23, and then also we're gonna try and correct the ship. We're going to show people this is what we're doing. This is our idea. And I'm not going to lie, if that's the case, come out with Kang. Come out with who you've recast as Kang or who your big bad is. But not only that, have him in costume.
Also, get a director for the new Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Sean Levy, announce him. It doesn't hurt that to just have him announced.
I think Sean Levy's going to have more.
Can you look up the dates for Comic-Con, please? San Diego.
Yeah, I feel like with the buzz and the way that this is going on, and especially with all the moving parts, because as much as this is just Daredevil and Wolverine, there's so many moving parts in this movie. What it looks like, it is to the scale of an Avengers style movie. I do feel that Sean Levy is he's a good person to get. He also knows how to really get that emotion back into it, because I feel that's where Marvel is not doing so well. It's a lot of show, but not a lot of substance.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And that's kind of where we need to go. But I am saying they need to have that showcase like James Gunn did of going, this is the High Evolutionary. This is what he's going to look like. Or the same thing for the Avengers. Who's our big bad? Loki. And then having Tom Hiddleston come out, full regalia, everything else, getting the audience hyped, going, I'm looking forward to seeing this there. And if we are going to just recast Kang, bring out the actor, put him in the costume, and go, look, this is Kang the Conqueror. So that way people can kind of get over the whole John Majors thing, and we can move on.
I already moved on from the whole John Majors thing. I completely forgot about that.
But that is a thing, though, because I know that some people have complained when they were like, we're just going to recast John Majors. And it's like, oh, why are you going to recast John Majors? Also, they said, I can also see, because I do believe they said that they're going to be recasting T'Challa.
Oh, the actress that plays Shuri, because they're going to be moving forward with the Black Panther 3. Mm-hmm. She's supposed to pass the mantle down to T'Challa Jr. So that's supposedly a rumor that's just working on. Let's just make Renee's dream come true. Let's have Kevin Feige walk on stage and be like,
I'm here to give everybody pee-pee touches. Whip them out! This is how we get Marvel back on top. I'm willing to I will jerk everybody off in this theater. Mm-hmm. If I have to do it for the entire 3 hours.
He's going to give him the... Damn it, you beat me to that.
You just see him...
and he's just spit on that thing.
You just see him and he's like, let's go. Now, honestly, that would make Hall H for me. If he's just like, everybody get 2 lines, I need everybody to go dick to dick, and I'm just going to do this. I need everybody to line up by height. And that's how we're going to get the Marvel Cinematic Universe back.
I was seriously just going to say, like, he announced his retirement.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, honestly, if that was the case, but the problem is that who do you give it to?
James Gunn.
James Gunn's gone.
He does both.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Sean Levy.
Sean Levy. Yeah? Maybe.
No, I think he's a good storyteller. I don't know if he's a good,
producer,
and I'm going to make all these, hard decisions.
Is it funny that James Gunn is still the only relevant person in this entire DC property, even though Peter Safran is supposed to be, his right-hand man still?
I feel like Peter Safran is more because James Gunn's more, on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he's showing off a lot more stuff, and he's like, look at these really cool things. And everybody goes, you suck, James, shut up. And he's just and then he's like, I just want to make you happy.
I'm just going to keep putting on his comments.
He's just like, what can I do to make you love me?
Right. Can you join me on that? Just go on the Instagram for Keeping Up with the Nerds, and everything he posts, just put In Gun We Trust.
I can do that.
Yeah, and then
I'll do it on my personal.
And then just go In Weed and We. In Gun We Trust. And just we did this before. We did this before.
God, dude.
It didn't turn out great. Gun, please don't disappoint.
You want Comic-Con date still?
Oh yeah,
What's the comment
date?
date?
July 25th through the 28th.
Oh, that's soon.
So will they then be
That's soon.
announcing information about Deadpool and Wolverine after the movie? Because the movie technically would have premiered before Comic-Con.
It would have premiered like 2 weeks
No,
before.
No,
When's it again?
literally
No, when
the days before
July
Comic-Con.
25th?
July 25th.
No, it comes
Yeah.
out July 23rd, isn't it?
26th, isn't
Let me
it?
see. Hold on.
Let's see.
He loaded up AMC. When are my tickets? Well, our tickets say the 20th.
The 26th of July.
I told you.
Wow, so it is the same day.
Yeah, technically, we're seeing on the 25th.
So the day of Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So that means that Deadpool and Wolverine would have played.
So any future projects that are hinted at Deadpool Wolverine will be talked
So we
about.
have to watch it.
but then, hold up. That doesn't make sense
What
then.
do you mean?
No, because the people that are going to be in San Diego are going to miss out on watching the movie.
No, because Hall H is on second day.
Yeah.
It's on the 20. What day is it? It's always on day 2.
Yeah.
And they never do Hall H on day 1.
No, they never do it. Yeah.
So it's on like on the 27th.
Yeah.
So that means
You have
that
2 days to watch the movie.
holy crap! So San Diego's a war zone
Yeah.
Why?
because people are going to be fighting to go get movie tickets to watch it before Comic-Con, and then camping out afterwards to go.
Let's
to
be
Hall
100%. If you haven't got your ticket yet, you're not going to see it. That's just the fact.
Could you imagine people getting the tickets to watch it on the 25th or 26th and driving that same night to San Diego to camp out on Hall H?
Why
I
wouldn't
tried
you just
so
get?
hard to get
why-
our tickets?
I know, but why wouldn't you just get a movie ticket in San Diego, drive to San Diego, watch the movie, and then go to sleep?
Don't people camp out for Hall H?
Oh,
Depends.
you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said.
You're
And
right.
if Marvel's gonna be at Hall H, yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Dude,
and for the people that
ca-
didn't get
camping out is terrible. I've done it. It's terrible. It sucks. Everybody smells.
for people that
It's not because you have to camp out, so there's no place to really like wash.
or restroom. All right, Sean's giving us the finger. Told us to wrap
I'll
it
give
up.
you the finger.
Stop.
I'll fix you.
This is a PG-13 show. You're not. He doesn't have a camera.
He's not on camera. It's fine.
Sucker.
Do whatever
Okay,
he
no,
wants.
we're done. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching Keeping Up with the Nerds or listening to Keeping Up
Are your
with the Nerds.
pants still on?
Issue
No.
203, guys. Please check out our website at keepingupwiththenerds.com. Follow our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and x.com. Check
Don't
out
forget to like and give that subscribe button a hawk too.
They're just gonna spit on their computers. That doesn't do anything for me.
our...
That doesn't do anything
don't
for
press
me.
the subscribe button. Just go right on the
that,
screen.
It does nothing for me. No, you need to push the button. Like, go, do that.
Just
Like,
huck tool on the mouse and see if that click will just get it out there.
what about if you subscribe? Then I don't like these plans. So, there's a lot of things that could go wrong.
Chaos.
Someone's gonna be like, I hawked dude, but it didn't
And
do
just
anything.
a reminder, guys, all Whittier Comic Fest videos will be up on YouTube. Give it a couple days. We'll be uploading it all on our website with some little bits and pieces of information as well. Possibly an interview with Eric. We'll go ahead and upload everything on the Instagram just to let you guys know when it all comes out. With that said, are we ready to huck to out of here?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Huck to you.
This has been Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 203. My name is Bryan.
Nick,
Rene.
Signing out from Under City Comics. We'll see you all next time.
Sean's here too.
Man behind the chair.
Love you, Sean.